I wish I can mention names of churches reaching out, because we encourage it in our group. That usually, I've done that in my own sector here in Okota, and we are all doing that to reach out to people, to feed them, even if that's the only time you can feed people. At least that's the way you can show love. If you don't know how to feed people, for example, children, if you want to show love to children, give them biscuit. You know, it will come back to you. That's one of the things you can help them. From there, you can begin to know what their problems are. I think we need to really help, because the government of the day cannot do all of this. And that's where we have the churches. Only that which the government is doing to churches, what should be done? We are not having most of our rights. But we are not here to discuss that, but that's the truth. So that we will be able to really reach out to people. We are doing that. That's the work we are called to do, to help the poor, to bless the others. But most of us are not able to do this because how much is really coming in? What can we do in our vicinity? But I wish that most of the churches we have around will really reach out to as much people as they can do, only at least this Christmas. And I think the world will be better for it.
Anyway, the poor are always been with the church. Before Christ, so. During Christ, till today. If you any church at all, is the poor really that have always been to the heart of the church there. I make bold to say that. The church cannot replace the government. The goal of the church is still spiritual. Yes. That is, go back to God the Father, your heart, your soul. It cannot replace the government. If there are no good policies enough to take care of the people, no proper human management, well, we will just be roaming around the circle. I hope you understand what I'm saying.
Yes, yes.
So that's where mass of the people don't work, no employment. Christmas becomes very high-sounding kind of thing in their head. So it's an opportunity, the church, not only reaching out, but also appealing to those at the head of affairs. We are tired of grammar, all with better kind of mentality. No, reach out to the people. All these monies they seize from here, they seize from there, missing, no missing, use it on the people, welfare of the people. Then Christmas becomes very meaningful. Then people's ears are open when you are preaching. But if you see the same hunger, poverty, circle, well, we pray God will touch our hearts. Mostly our rulers to give them the wherewithal, the wisdom of Solomon, to be able to bring down the riches.
Okay, as we begin to wind up now, I'd like that Monsignor has brought in the issue of leadership in Nigeria. This is a time where we're supposed to be reaching out and all that. But a lot of people are not happy because of the issue of governance. They all feel hard done by the government that is sitting back and watching so much pillaging going on, so much stealing going on, and the fight against corruption is nothing but just talk. They don't see any action. So what would be your advice to those who are our leaders at this point in time, at Christmas time? Let me start with you.
Okay, thank you very much. Issue of governance, in my understanding, is collective. The leadership and the followership. The leadership have greater duty to the people and to the society, because people saw that they are capable and pledge their confidence on them. So they have to work hard. Take this message of Christmas, the message of fairness, especially those of them who confess to be Christians. Not only Christians, all Nigerians say we believe in God. And this God is God of love. Let us carry God into our leadership. That is my message to those who are in government. This God we profess, this love we profess, let us bring it to practical reality in our leadership activities. And let people see that we are transparent. Let people see that we are doing the right thing. But there's too much secrecy among the leadership. Many things they do we don't know. They come out, they smile for us, they tell us beautiful things, and you see different things happening. Let them come out and show the practical love. The other aspect I said is the followership. We have a duty to also ensure that the people who are leading us are doing the right thing. Because many times we accept situations as they come. We are not supposed to be accepting situations. We must speak out. I'm not advocating violence action, but we have a duty to speak out. We have a duty to speak. My son just came back from school, and he was telling us the story of what happened. The school has a cafeteria, and all of them were mandated to buy their food to eat. And it came to a point that they were not satisfied with what they were being given, and they could not, they didn't know how to protest. They all agreed not to go for the food. And so the caterer had to go and throw all the food away for that meal. And from then on, the authority now came up and said, something must be done about this. They had to call the students and speak to them and encourage them. So these are ways that we can respond to the leadership and speak to them and make them to do the right thing.
Pastor Babafemi.
Yeah, thank you very much. When we're talking about leadership, if leadership is bad today, you are the cause, I am the cause. Because most of them comes from our churches.
Yeah.
And what are we doing about it? You see, when they get there, most of those working there, it's not the minister that might be corrupt, but the people who are working there, who will come and tell the minister, this is the way we do it here. And most of them are Christians, and they go to our churches. What are we doing? Are we really?
Somebody calls them evil servants.
They are not civil servants. What are we doing about these things? What are we preaching out in our churches? Because they are bringing out what we are preaching. That's why I said if we have bad government today, we are the cause. That means we are not preaching the truth in our churches. That means something is wrong somewhere. That means Christmas is null and void. Because we are not seeing the effect in our people. And we are not seeing the effect in our leaders.
Not be null and void.
It will never be null and void in Jesus' name if we do what we are supposed to do. Our people go into those offices and they come out corrupt. Is that what we should have? Are we really training people to go into these offices? I'm not saying pastors should go and become governors or whatever, but do we have people in the right places? Do we have Christians? We are breeding, for example, now we have 2015 coming up. How many people in your church is gunning for the governorship? Maybe Lagos State, maybe presidency. Do we have people we are training that when you get there, don't do what they do? Are we doing that with our people? Otherwise, then we are all failures over Nigeria. If Nigeria is not good, then we are not doing it. Otherwise, let's start now. 2015 is around the corner. We'll continue to have bad governors if the pastors, the ministers, if the priests are not doing the thing they're supposed to. Because most of them, the people will go in there, be corrupt, like we are saying, bring out the money and come and pay the tithes, come and give it to the ministers. And we take it out. We won't tell them the truth. Where is the truth? What is Christmas all about? What did Jesus come to do? To tell us about a new kingdom. I think this new kingdom should be taken back to our people, and they should take it back to their offices. That's when this society, this Nigeria, will become better for us all. 2015 is coming. Are we preparing? The Pentecostals, the Methodists, the Anglican, the Catholic, the Christendom, are we preparing fully to go into it and say, no, we are going to turn everything right? What are we doing? We are sitting back saying we are preaching. Let's speak the truth. Let's tell them the truth. Let's tell the thief is a thief if he brings the money that he's not supposed to bring. Let's tell them the right thing. Then they will shaping up and no, the church won't accept me if I do it wrong. They are watching me. Let's become the watchdog of the society. Otherwise, we pastors will get the condemnation. We'll get to heaven.
Yeah. For me, we need governance, nothing else. I struggle. I want to rule. I want to do this. I want to do that. Unfortunately, they say where people are not educated. People even accept, when you slap a man on the street, he says, "Thank you, sir, for slapping me." That's the problem. Crass ignorance. It matters a lot. You see, when people campaign, vote for me, I will give you this, I will give you that. What you know you can never give in this economy. He gets to that seat, the next thing is called stakeholders meeting. The man has been in government for the last 20 years. A stakeholders meeting, which is the way forward. They start pretending as if they don't know where the way forward. The way forward is we have not got people who are committed. People who just merry-go-round the whole place. Like I said, we are the people who lack of education, both formal and informal education. They don't really know what is happening. What else can they do? Anything that happens, now so God want them. That's what they will say. The priests, pastors too, majority have not helped matters. We've not been bold enough to challenge the system. Those who challenge the systems are even threatened with treason. Can you imagine that? But that is this thing. So we must wake up. We must wake up in our churches, everywhere we are. That is, those who want to rule, let them give us their map and say, this is what I want to do, this is what and let us be able to hold them. And again, the government must invest in education. When you invest in education, both formal and informal, the people should know who to vote for and who not to vote for, who to recall, who not to recall. As long as we keep on dancing around, it go better.
Okay, we have to close now. So I'd just like to take in one sentence your message to Christians at Christmas.
I would say to all Christians, Christ is love, and let us love and love and love in practical terms.
Pastor Babafemi.
Also to all Christians, during Christmas, after the Christmas, let the fear of God rule our hearts, and we'll be able to really relay the message of Christmas to all with the fear of God.
Monsignor?
Merry Christmas. Christ is our leader. Let us follow wholeheartedly, not just half measures. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you
Thank
all.
you so much.
We have been chatting with Monsignor Gabriel Osu, a Catholic priest, Pastor Jibola Babafemi, who is the chairman of the PFN Okota, as well as Right Reverend Edoka Emota, who is Connectional Secretary for Evangelism and Discipleship, Methodist Church of Nigeria. Thank you all very much for coming to spend this time with us this Christmas period.
Thank you.
Sunrise will be back in just a moment. Please stay with us.